a week since I last updated or recorded any reading vlogs. I just wanted to take the week off. I wasn't really feeling too good. As I told you guys, I wasn't sure why, but I wasn't feeling good. I'm feeling much better now. I've been feeling better for a little while, but I just thought I would go ahead and take that time off and just start fresh on a new week. Now, I have read a few books since the last time I saw you. Well, I DNF'd The Salt Grows Heavy. I got about 61% of the way through the book. It just wasn't for me. I also read Any Man, which was actually pretty good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I had no idea going into it what the book was actually about, and I thought it was a really interesting commentary. It was pretty graphic, and there are a lot of sensitive subjects in the book, so just go into it knowing that. I would definitely check the trigger warnings, definitely read the synopsis. Don't be like me on this one. And I am currently reading Home is Where the Bodies Are, so I'm super excited about this book. I have heard nothing but good things, and so far it's really good. It's also a pretty quick read. I'm listening to it on audio as per usual. I think it was only about 8 to 10 hours for listening time, so it's pretty quick, and the book is very well paced. I would say I'm interested. It's got my attention, like, pretty much from the beginning. It grabbed my attention. I'm having a great time with it so far. It is, and if you guys don't know what this book is about, I feel like everyone has talked about it already, but if you don't know what it's about, it is following 3 siblings who their mother dies in the very beginning of the story. The oldest daughter is there already. She's been the caretaker of the mother. And then the other 2, I believe the brother, he lives out of state. I think he lives in California. And then I think the other sister, she is in the area, but she has some drug issues. So they haven't really all been together in quite some time. This is the first time they're coming together. And as they're going through, grieving and dealing with things after their mother's death, they come across a video, like a VHS tape, a home movie, and they watch it. What they see on the video it changes things for them, because we also find out that the dad has been missing for quite some time, or he left. We don't actually know what's going on with that, and still where I am in the book, I believe I'm about 60% of the way through, we still have no idea where he is. So there's a lot of weird things happening. There's a lot of missing persons in this story. I'm thinking that we're gonna find out that some stuff is like misleading as well. I don't want to say too much and give anything away, because this is really pretty good. So I would say go along for the ride yourselves and read or listen to this book. It's pretty good. The audiobook is really good as well. I'm having a good time with the audiobook. I think that's all I have for reading updates right now. I didn't do too much reading. I just didn't put a whole lot of stress on myself over the last week, because I was super tired and I wasn't feeling good. I was like lethargic, and so I just chilled and took some time. Today actually starts 2 amazing things. First one being my readathon, which I ended up deciding to not announce anywhere on YouTube. I did announce it on my Instagram, however, and that will be linked down below if you want to go over there and join in. Although by the time this goes up, I think the readathon will be over. My bad, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, today is going to be my Christmas in July readathon. It's running from today until the 24th. I just wanted to do something a little challenging, a little bit fun, read some of the Christmas books I've got in my stash, because if this year is going to be anything like last year, I barely had time to not do Christmas stuff last year. So I think this year we're going to get a little bit of a head start, but it's going to be crazy. I'm probably not going to have a lot of time for reading. So I want to get in some reading, get some holiday books read while it's a little bit slower, and then I'll just pick maybe 1 or 2 books to read over the Christmas season. But yeah, and then the other thing starting today is Big Brother. Tonight is the season premiere of the new season of Big Brother. I think it's season 26. I am a huge Big Brother fan. It is one of the reality shows that I watch every year religiously. I absolutely love Big Brother. There's not too many reality TV shows I watch. It's mainly Big Brother and the 90 Day Fiancé as a whole universe. I also do enjoy Love is Blind, and I recently just finished up a season of The Mole. But I feel like The Mole is like such a, I don't know, like it's reality TV, but it's so, I feel like it's been like 2 or 3 years since they released a season. But aside from that, I don't really watch a whole lot of reality TV, but Big Brother is I get very hype about it every year. So I wait all year for Big Brother, and that to me is the kickoff for the summer. I feel like it's come out a little bit, I mean, it's earlier than last year, but it's later, I feel like, than usual. I feel like it usually comes out the first week or so of July, but here we are. I have gotten some book mail over the past couple of days or the past week or so. But that's going to be in my book haul for this month. I do have some stuff that I wanted to open with you guys because I received it today. So let's open a few pieces of book mail. So the first thing, as you guys know, I have a raffle addiction on Instagram. I'm pretty sure this is from a raffle. Yep. It happened one summer. I'm excited to read this. And this is from Steph. I'm excited. I have never read anything by Tessa Bailey before. If you guys have read this, please let me know what you thought of it down below. But I'm super excited to give this one a go. I know there's like another book or 2 other books in this series, so I hope I like it, and then I'll enjoy the whole series. Put an order into Pango Books. I have zero self-control when it comes to Pango. I have to like basically not shop over there. Because if I'm shopping there, I'm going to buy something. It is After Love. It's so cute. I just wanted it. It looked like such a cute book, but also the sprayed edges. The spreadges, as Jan says. I forget who I heard talk about this book, but I remember just like it kind of was like living in my head, and I was thinking about it, so it just looks pretty interesting. Not even death will tear them apart. And on the back it says car headlights. The last thing Ash hears is the snap of breaking glass as the windscreen hits her and shatters into a million pieces like stars. She made it. She's still here. Or is she? This New Year's Eve, Ash gets an invitation from the afterlife she can't decline, to join a clan of fierce Girl Reapers who take the souls of the city's dead to await their fate. But Ash can't forget her first love, Poppy, and she will do anything to see her again, even if it means they only get a few more days together, dead or alive. I don't know, it sounds interesting to me. It sounds like something right up my alley, so I'm excited. That's all I have for right now. Just kind of doing some housekeeping and relaxing, taking it easy. I've been super tired today, but it's just a Wednesday. So I will come back and update you guys when I have something to update. Okay, I just realized that it is 3 o'clock and I have not updated you at all today. I am so sorry. Yes, I'm still wearing the same sweatshirt. I only have a few sweatshirts, so as long as they're still clean, like nothing has been spilled on them or anything, I will wear them for a couple of days. Like 2 days, maybe, sometimes 3, it just depends. They're sweatshirts, it's not a big deal. Also, like to, make sure that we're not overwashing everything, wasting water, just wasting. Like, let's not waste. I really don't have too much to update with, honestly. Did read some more in Where the Bodies Are. I just got to this point where they revealed something, and it's like, I'm about 82% of the way through. I'm most likely gonna finish it today, maybe tonight, and then hopefully because I want to start with some of my holiday books, because they're day 2 on Christmas in July readathon, so I need to come up with a catchier name. So hopefully, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books to get to, possibly 7 or 8. It is getting super dark in here because it's about to storm outside, so perfect time for reading. Yeah, this book is crazy. Where the Bodies Are, if you haven't read it yet, read it. It's good. It's good. It's like I keep having stuff happen, so I want to make sure I'm giving it my full attention. Otherwise, I would be done with it by now because I have been reading it for a few days at this point. But it's really good. Let me show you the books that I have for the readathon. I have Always in December, which is going to be my reread. This is such, oh my god, this book is like honestly really sad. Also, I got new bookmarks. I love magnetic bookmarks. Took advantage of the Prime Day deal and got my bookmarks. I just remember being absolutely destroyed after reading this book. And I have not had a book make me cry lately, so it's time. I'm not sure if I'm going to start with this one or if I'm going to finish off the readathon with this one since it's my reread. Then all of the other books are brand new to me. This one is So This Is Christmas, and this is by Tracy Andreen. I just thought it was a really cute looking book. The synopsis is pretty good. It's something about, I know it takes place in a town called Christmas, which is so funny. I love towns called Christmas. We have one here in Florida. It's about like 2-ish hours away, I think, 2 or 3 hours away. It takes place in Christmas, Oklahoma. I believe the girl is like home from college and she's running or helping to run the Airbnb or hotel or some situation, and she finds out that the like cocky kind of snotty guy and his family, I think, from school is there. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like an enemies to lovers type of situation just because of the cover. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. And then I also have The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. This is another one. I have heard mixed reviews, but I mainly bought it because I thought the cover was cute, number one. And number two, it's a holiday book. I'll pretty much give any holiday book a try. This one, I believe, it's two sisters or twins, and something happens and they switch places for the holiday season. I think one runs a bakery and the other one has a TV show or something like that. So I'm interested to see how that goes. Then I have Christina Lauren's In a Holidays. And I remember when this book came out, I had seen it. This was back before I had a bookstagram or anything. I had seen somebody talk about this book and I wanted to read it at the time, but I forget, something happened. I ended up I borrowed it from my library, but I ended up giving it back before reading it. It sounds so similar to the premise of Happy Place by Emily Henry, but I think this one is like a Groundhog Day situation where they're going to like this, I think they're going to a cabin, aren't they? Yeah, so they're going to a cabin in Utah, and it's going to be the last Christmas they're going to spend there. And then there's like an accident, and she wakes up and she's back on the plane to Utah. So it's like she's living this holiday over and over again. So I'm interested to see that. But I don't know, for whatever reason, the synopsis of this reminds me of the synopsis of Happy Place. And then I also have Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. Another like cute little cover. I've heard a few mixed reviews about this one as well. This one has a sapphic relationship in it, and so I'm just interested. The premise sounded really good. Something about like she has a one night stand and then she ends up running into the person again and wants to see if this relationship is going to go somewhere. So I don't know, it just sounds good to me. The last book that I'm reading, I actually don't have a physical copy of. It is Peter Swanson's The Christmas Guest. I think it's pretty short. I want to say it's like a novella. If I end up enjoying it, I probably will go ahead and purchase it. But right now, I'm just borrowing it from my library on Libby. So no idea what order I'm gonna read these in. I just know it's about to be a grand old time this week, and I should have some time this weekend to get a good bit of reading done. Fingers crossed. I feel like every time I have said that lately, it doesn't happen. So here's hoping that this weekend I actually get to do the things that I want. So I will update you guys. I probably won't update again until I've finished Home is Where the Bodies Are, and possibly, depending on how long it takes, possibly have started something else, because there's one other book I want to get to, which is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, before I start my Christmas stuff. And that's only because I have the audio on my Libby and it has to go back soon, so I really want to get that read as well. But hopefully soon I'll have something else to update about, so I'll see you guys then. Hello. So I need to update you guys. I'm going to stop saying that I'm going to try and read over the weekend, because that is never what happens now. Every time I say that I'm going to read over the weekend, I end up not reading. Anyway, I did finish Home is Where the Bodies Are. I believe I finished it on Friday night. It was great. I gave it 4 stars. I know there's been a lot of mixed reviews. Personally, I thought the writing was great. It was a little bit boring in the beginning, like just kind of slow to get going. And then it was just like don't get me wrong, it hooked me right away, but there were lulls. There were parts that it was just like, okay, this is kind of slow. We're not doing anything. We're not finding out as much. And then it pretty quickly picked up. I felt like the pacing was great. I didn't have any issues with the pacing. You know, yeah, there's going to be parts that are a little bit boring because it's more like informational. Not every second can be action packed. I understand that. But I still felt like the pacing was great. I felt like the characters were great. The writing was great. I personally did not see the ending. Didn't guess it. Nope, didn't know. Also, I want to know who was in the third grave, but that's neither here nor there. I thought it was great. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. Really liked it. I don't have too much to say about that one. I did finish earlier today The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. Not as big of a fan. I gave that one 3 stars. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It was just, honestly, I felt like it was too short. I wanted more. I felt like there wasn't enough of a mystery. I felt like there wasn't enough of a resolution, because there's sort of a mystery, but then there's also sort of an answer. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious we understand what's going on and who the culprit is or whatever, but it's just not very fleshed out. And I know that Peter Swanson said that that was the intention behind the story, was to make it short, something that could be read or listened to in one sitting. So I get that, but I feel like it just could have been just a little bit longer. It was still a good read. It was a little crazy, but it wasn't bad. I can't fault it for anything other than being just a little bit too short. Now I'm about halfway through Set the Record Straight. This is also a novella. It's it's a pretty easy read. I am listening to the audiobook as well as reading it physically. I feel like doing that, because I was just listening to the audiobook and it just wasn't doing it for me. So now that I'm reading and listening to it, I don't know. It's just, I'm really loving this book. Like, I initially thought this was going to be another dud, and I was a little concerned, because that will mean my first 2 books for my readathon would have been duds, and I would not have been happy about that. But I'm enjoying it. It's spicy. Like, I did not anticipate the level of spice. And there's also a lot of cute moments. A lot of moments that are making me laugh, and I have been annotating it. I know it's a novella, it's freaking short, but I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff that's making me laugh. There's a lot of stuff that's just so cute and romantic, and I'm enjoying it. Have not even told you what this book is about. It's about 2 friends, 2 women, Clara and Evan, her short for Evangeline. They have been friends since childhood. Evan is gay. She came out to her parents when she was 18, and they promptly threw her out. They're from kind of like a smaller, more religious town. And at that point, she actually ended up going to live with Clara and her family because they were just like very heartbroken about it. And, you know, obviously, I think in the book it says it takes Clara's mom 30 seconds to tell her she can stay with us. So that was amazing. It really, like, just, even though we don't get a lot of detail about it, it really was heartbreaking for me to see that. I can't imagine going through something like that and, like, having people that I love react in such a way to me. Like, I'm sorry, that's heartbreaking. But so we're following them in, I guess, present day. I think she says it's 2022, but Evan's fiance has just broken up with her. Clara has just gotten a new job where she thinks that the woman who hired her thinks that she's gay, and that's why she got the job, and now she's worried about being what she calls a gay fraud. There's so many funny things in this book. They come up with this idea to fake date each other, and because Evan's ex, who works at the school with her, is throwing the company, or what do you call it, office Christmas party. So she doesn't want to show up alone because the Christmas party is being held at her ex-girlfriend's new girlfriend's house. So she doesn't want to show up to the party alone. And then Claire doesn't want to show up or Clara, I don't remember if her name is Claire or Clara. Clara doesn't want to show up to the event at her new work alone. So they're like, okay, we'll fake date, you know, we'll go to each other's events, and then afterwards it'll be like, we broke up, you know, it's not a big deal. So they haven't even really started yet because neither of their events have happened yet, but they're kind of like laying the groundwork or whatever. And we just had a scene, and it's looking like maybe it's not going to be fake dating anymore. I don't know. It's kind of cute, honestly. I think it's cute. I think it's very quickly though. Like I mean, okay, yes, this is a novella, so it's not like we have a whole lot of time to, you know, dick around or whatever. But it's chapter 4 when they hatch this plan. And then by chapter 7 and 8, they're already like talking about having feelings for each other. And then yeah, chapter 8, Evan's like thinking that Claire doesn't feel the same way as her, so she's contemplating calling it off. By chapter 9, they're kissing, and it's not in an ironic way. Like, they're kind of not on the same page about how they feel about each other at first, and even after this kiss, they're still not really on the same page, but then it escalates. So yeah, that's where I am so far. Loving this book. Probably gonna fly through it today. Hopefully. I have other things to do, obviously, but yeah, I'm hoping to definitely finish this book in the next couple hours or so. And that's all I have to update you guys on right now. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I want to read today. Well, not today, but by Wednesday, because that's when my readathon's going to be over. I think I am going to replace one of the books with the novella, though, because I hadn't originally put this on my TBR to read, but I just don't think it's realistic for me to get through all of these books in the next 2 days, basically. The reread I'll probably fly through, but I don't want to fly. I'm kind of like on the fence about it because I really want to heavily annotate that one, because I know that there's a ton of stuff in there that I want to like highlight, re-experience, and remember. There's so many cute quotes, there's so many cute moments. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna read my reread, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna switch out one of my original TBR picks for the Set the Record Straight novella, and I'm hoping to at least get 3 of the other books read. I think that's realistic between today and Wednesday. If I can get more than that read, that would be great, but I think 3 of them is going to be good because then that'll give me almost my entire TBR. I only had 6 books that I wanted to read, and that will put me at 5. So I think that'll be a good place. I'll feel accomplished between 4 and 5 getting those read. So, yep, that's what's going on, and I will probably not see you guys again until I finish this one. Possibly not even until I start something else. But yeah, so I'll see you guys for my next update. So I know I said you guys wouldn't see me until I finished my book, but lol, I forgot I had gotten some book mail and then I got another piece of mail today. So figure I'll update you guys. We can open this one. Actually, no, I'll show you the stuff that I got. This was actually one of the books that I got recently. You guys know my raffle addiction. Still going strong, but that is one of the books. I also got a set of pens. I got Butcher and Blackbird. Butcher and Blackbird and the pens came together. That's from Caspian. And the Christmas book I got was from Ashley Michelle. Thank you guys for that. Let's open this one. Okay. This one is from Sia, The Counselors. Super excited to read this. I have read a Jessica Goodman book before. I think it's They Won't Catch Us. I'll pop the title up here. It's the one with the shoe and their runners. But I wanted to read this one when it came out and I just didn't get to it. So I'm happy to add this to my physical TBR. But that's all I have for you guys right now. I'm probably not going to update again this evening just because life is lifing. So I will most likely see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys. I am totally failing this week at vlogging. I am so sorry. I don't know what's up with me this week. I'm just really spacing out. Anyway, so since we last talked, I can't remember from the last clip I talked about set the record straight or not. I feel like I did, but just in case I didn't, I did recently haul this in a raffle win. I finished this book. It was 4 stars, I think. It was so good. I had a lot of fun annotating it. It was a really quick read. I read it in an afternoon. I did listen to the audiobook and read it physically at the same time. I really enjoyed my time with it. I loved the characters. I don't know, this is everything I wanted a Christmas read to be. I don't know, it was just really good. I loved the romance. I loved the 2 characters together. I loved them together. I loved their what is her name? Clara. I loved Clara's family and how accepting they were. It was just a good time. This was great. Read it if you want to for Christmas in July, but definitely get to it by Christmas time because this was such a good book. I also finished, yesterday I finished Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. It was so good in theory. It had so much promise. I feel like it was building up. It was so well written. It had a few turns and reveals that were really great. And then that final reveal was such a letdown that it really, I just couldn't believe that this is what we built all the way up for. So I think I gave that one 3 stars. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And it was a little bit disappointing. That was my first Riley Sager book. I believe the next one I'm going to be reading is House Across the Lake because I was supposed to be reading that for Summer Weem, but life. Anyway, so yeah, it was okay. That's his newest release. His first time taking on a male character as the focal point, and I can't remember what his name is. I remember that he has a friend 30 years ago when they were kids who went missing in the middle of the night, named Billy. And so this story kind of goes back and forth between the 2 timelines, previous and current day. It is a little bit kind of weird, the writing style, in the fact that we're getting different POVs, but we're also not. I don't know. Maybe if I had also had this physically, because I did listen to it on audio, you guys already know the deal. Maybe that would have made a difference, but I'm not sure. I've heard a lot of not great reviews about it anyway. But yeah, so we're following the main character as he moves back to his childhood home and all the things that transpire in regards to Billy still being missing. So we do have quite a few different events that happen. Obviously, things are being triggered, memories are being brought up, there's still an ongoing investigation. So all of these elements were great. I thought it was going to make for a great book, a great reveal in the end, but no. It was like steadily going up, 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 and I was like, yeah, this is great. You know, in the beginning there was like a little bit of a lull, but then we started to pick up traction and things were starting to get like a little bit kooky crazy, and then it just was like flatline. I was like, that's it. That's what happened. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Yesterday I did not check in with you guys, but it was the final day of my Christmas in July readathon that I had going on over the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to continue reading Christmas books probably until the end of the month, since it's only a few more days. And I picked up The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. This is just the dust jacket. I thought I was going to annotate this one, but I don't think I am. I am on chapter 20, 245 pages, and so I'm just about done with the book. Okay. I want to say the first 50%, maybe 40%. It's not that I wasn't, like, interested, because I was a little bit. And the premise seems really fun and quirky. But there was just something about this that was like, I was kind of just like trying to propel myself to get through it, because I knew if I put it down that I probably wasn't going to pick it back up. So I really have been making an effort since yesterday, because I just picked it up like yesterday afternoon. And between yesterday afternoon and today, I've really been making an effort to get through it. And I don't know, we got to about the 40 to 50% mark, and I started to get more interested. And now it's really picked up, and I am very, like, not invested, but I am very curious as to how the story is going to go and how it's going to play out. My only thing is, and it's funny because every chapter starts with, like, okay, so this one, chapter 20, Charlie, Wednesday, 3 days until Christmas. If that wasn't in here, and if it wasn't like snowing, and there's like very minuscule like mentions of holiday decor and stuff, but it's so, like, I cannot even think of one specific instance where they mentioned holiday stuff. I wouldn't know this was a Christmas book. This is not giving me the Christmas vibes. So that is my biggest gripe about this book. Also, I'm also listening to it while I'm physically reading it as well. I don't know. I am just absolutely loving that lately. I am able to fly through books so much faster if I have the physical book to follow along with. So that's great. But yeah, I don't know. It is not giving me Christmas vibes. And I know once I finish this book, I'm probably going to forget everything or most everything about it. I don't care. And I think too, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't care. I do care right now while I'm reading it. But after I'm done reading it, I'm not going to care anymore. And it's like, after having read Set the Record Straight, I had such high expectations. Which, I mean, granted, I started all my Christmas reads with The Christmas Guest, and that was like, gave me nothing. Also didn't really give me Christmas vibes. But I don't know. I'm not getting Christmas vibes. So I think after this one, I'm going to read Kiss Her Once for Me. I'm thinking about reading Always in December, but I already know I'm going to love that book. I already know that has all the Christmas vibes. I want to give something else a chance. So I'm probably going to read Kiss Her Once for Me, see how that goes. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So I will try to update you guys when I finish this book. I think I'm going to continue this vlog until next week as well, because I feel like I've had 4 clips for the whole week that I've been doing this. So I'm probably going to take this on through till maybe Monday or Tuesday, and then wrap the vlog up at that time. But so hopefully this one won't be too short or too long. But yeah, so I will see you guys in my next update. Okay guys, I finished the holiday swap. It's gonna be a pretty solid 3 stars for me. The ending, like, okay, this wasn't bad, right? It was a pretty good book, but why did both of them have to have a head injury? I don't know, I just thought that part of the book was like so unnecessary. Like, we have this whole dramatic scene at the very end, and it's like throughout the book there's already like little drama and tension and stuff, and that was fine. It was natural, like naturally occurring, fine. But this extra scene, we did not need it. It, like, I feel like it added nothing. Yeah, it added some drama, but I don't know. Also, what is the guy's name? Austin, I think. Yeah, Austin. Fuck that guy. Fuck Austin. That was like one of the things that I was super happy that happened in the end, that he got his comeuppance. Like, oh my god, what a total dick. What a fucking complete asshole. I hated him the entire fucking time. So glad what happened to him in the end happened. He deserved it. But I mean, it was like super heartwarming, and everything was wrapped up in a cute little bow at the end, and everybody gets married to, or is with everybody they want to be with. They're having kids, their families are all together, and I can't really say too much. Like, I mean, obviously it's a holiday book, so it can go one of 2 ways. Like, it's gonna be devastating, or it's gonna be like all heartwarming and Hallmark movie cute, and that's what this was. This was definitely, if you like Hallmark movies for Christmas time, read this book. You'll love it. 5 stars. But for me, I kind of just wanted like at least somebody to be heartbroken, and even the like mean bitchy girl they like grew up with turns out to be nice and helpful and supportive, and it just wasn't doing it for me. Like, it was too perfect. The ending was too perfect. The ending was too nice. It was too sweet. I need just a little bit of bitterness. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad written book, but that's my only thing. It's just like, I just needed a little more grit, a little more sourness, and not like the Austin situation was not, no, that guy. But anyway, I did enjoy my time with this. I thought I was going to annotate it, but I didn't. It ended up not being anything really that I wanted to annotate. Sure, there were a few cute moments. I don't know, it was just nothing that really jumped out at me to annotate and that I really wanted to look back on. I think I'm definitely going to keep this book around for a little while. I may end up putting it on Pango at some point or giving it away, but I don't know. It was cute. It was a Hallmark movie in a book, but I want to think on it and see if I'm gonna keep this, and maybe, because I feel like in a few days I'm gonna forget all about this book. Good luck to me trying to do a recap for this month and talk about this book. Hopefully it's soon, because it's forgettable. It's like a just, I don't know, like such a run of the mill, like I've seen this movie before situation. So I don't know. But like I said, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate the time that I was spending with it. It did take me a little while to get through. I think it took me 3 days to read it, or like a day and a half, technically, of reading. It was great. I enjoyed it. 3 stars, like I said, and I am going to be picking up my next Christmas book. I am going to be reading Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochran. I'm pretty hyped to read this one. I know there's a little bit of like a female romance. Aside from the little blurb about it, I don't know anything else about this book. I've seen reviews that are kind of mixed, but I've only ever seen one person talk about it like on BookTube. So this is what's going to be up next. Today is Friday, so I don't know how much more. I know this is the only check-in I've done today. It's probably going to be the only check-in I've done today. I also need to tell you guys about my Owl Crate box that I have been trying to tell you about all week, and I keep forgetting to show you, but I don't have the time right now. So I don't think I'm going to be checking in with the rest of the evening because the weekend is usually pretty busy, and this weekend is no exception. I'm going to try and get some B-roll and stuff filmed for tomorrow. Hopefully I can check in with you guys on Kiss Her Once for Me tomorrow. If nothing else, I will end up seeing you sometime during the weekend or on Monday, but I will catch you guys when I have an update. Hello. Guys, I was going to wait to open everything on camera, but then the package I received looked like this. Now, I'm sure we all know this is paper. This is the second time I've had an issue with Amazon doing this to my book packages. Or it's not Amazon, it's the mail carrier. So if the postal service ever sees this, I am pissed. You guys are out here single-handedly ruining books. I'll show you the not so bad one first. Look at this. Is this acceptable? This is okay? But wait, it gets better. Look at this. That's water damage. Yep. So not only is this book bent to hell, okay, but it's also soaked. So I live in Florida. This is going to grow mold. I mean, it's soaked the entire way through the book. This book is completely destroyed, and it's going to start growing mold. Because even though it's been sitting out in the sun all day, it's wet. It's completely wet. I am so livid. It's so interesting to me that the Postal Service continues to raise the price of postage and yet decreases their accountability, for one, and also their reliability and their fucking standards. I am so, like, for those of you that don't know, I also do a lot of snail mailing and pen paling and stuff, so I send a lot of mail on a regular basis. I'm very familiar with the absolute asinine system that is the U.S. Postal Service. This is ridiculous. Somebody sent me these as a gift. And now, instead of just being able to sit here and enjoy them and kick my feet and have a good time, now I have to be freaking upset because, first of all, the books are ruined, right? Like, this is awful. And yeah, okay, before anybody comes in like, oh, this is a first world problem. I live in a first world. This is my problem right now. Today, at this moment, this is the problem. And it's not really so much about, I mean, yeah, the books being destroyed is absolutely ridiculous. Should not be happening. But the bigger problem here is that we are paying for this service that is not being done correctly. And every time I turn around, the Postal Service is raising their prices, asking for more money, wanting more, and doing less consistently. I am so over it. So I'm returning those books and I'm going to reorder them. And this time, hopefully, they will not come damaged. Or I'm going to have to go to my local post office and start asking some questions. Because, like I said, this is the second time now that I've received books that have been damaged because of the post office. Because instead of delivering packages to the door, what are they doing? Shoving them, bending stuff to fit it in my mailbox. Just put them on my doorstep. Why is that so difficult? I have no freaking idea. It's not like it's a far walk. Oh, and just for context, in case you're wondering, oh, don't you check your mail every day? No, I don't check my mail on Sundays, which is when that package came. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm furious about it. I am so mad. So I did not open everything on camera. I've already opened the other books just to make sure that they're not damaged. Other book I received is The Plight Before Christmas, which is another book that I'm very excited about. And that's another thing that really upsets me. Is like the X-Hex and 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I am especially the 'Tis the Season for Revenge, I'm very much wanting to read those now because I'm super in a Christmas mood. I'm in a holiday mood. I just want to read some holiday books and have a good time. You know? But no, we can't have nice things because of the post office. Thank you very, very much. This is another book that I'm very much looking forward to, and I appreciate it. A beautiful soul named Morgan, also known as Morgan Reads, sent me the box set. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? I'm so happy. Like, I enjoyed all three of these books. The Guest List was my least favorite, but I still enjoyed it. The Hunting Party and The Paris Apartment are my two favorite books. Like, I love it. I was disappointed with her most recent, but we won't talk about that because it's not included in the book set. I'm so thrilled. I'm thrilled. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I cannot wait to reread, especially The Hunting Party. But I listened to all three of these on audio, so I think these will be great to reread. And I know for sure I want to reread The Paris Apartment during October. Like, that's my plan. And I'm really excited because I also have the hardcover of The Paris Apartment, and I wasn't sure if I was going to annotate it or not, so I think I will annotate that one, and I'll have this one just as a very nice copy. So yay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I will rehaul the books when they come in and they're not completely damaged, and we'll talk about them more. Good morning, guys. I do not know what this vlog is. It is a mess. I just have not felt like vlogging lately. I haven't been reading a lot, but I've still been reading, of course. So I do have some updates, and I also want to finally show you what I got in my Owl Crate box. I have been reading Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. I'm a little over halfway through the book, I think, at 194 pages. I have been annotating it. I think this is going to be a solid 3-star for me, depending on how the book ends. Right now it's giving me a 3-star vibe. I don't know. It's like the book it's decent. The writing's not bad. I don't care for some of the things that are happening. Also, like the constantly describing Jack's eyes. I don't know. It's just like, I hate when something is done over and over and over again. It's like almost every scene where we interact with Jack. It's like her eyes were smoldering, her eyes burned so intensely, and can we focus on, like, can we talk about something else? So, but other than that, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying the, I don't know, not necessarily the fake dating relationship, but I am enjoying the dynamic between Andrew's family and our main character, Ellie. Sorry. It's hard to remember what her name is because he calls her Oliver because that's her last name. Jack calls her Elle. Like, it's a little bit complicated, and I'm not the best with names to begin with. So, there's that. I'm not loving Jack's friend, I think Dylan, which annoys me. Like, I don't know. Just like the animosity towards Ellie is like unwarranted, I feel like. And then the tension between Jack and Ellie I'm enjoying, and we did just kind of get like not necessarily a reveal, but like some information, which there's miscommunication in this book, which I hate so much.
You're gonna hate it.
I hate miscommunication. Like, I think it's one of the things that irks me the most. Not just in books, but in movies as well. I really hate miscommunication, so there's that. But yeah, so far, it's, like, I'm not hating it at all. I actually was up pretty late last night reading for, like, 3 hours straight, and then I realized it was 1:30 in the morning, and I needed to go to bed. But yeah, it's, honestly, in my opinion, it's easy to get through. It's easy to, like, get sucked into. So this is another one, like the holiday swap. I feel like this is another one that I would recommend, even though I haven't finished it yet. I would still recommend this just for the holiday vibes, because it is giving me holiday, way more than the holiday swap did. But also, like, it's just, I'm hoping that this is going to continue throughout the book. There's just this heartwarming feeling because the relationship between Elle and her mother, Lindsay, or Linz, is not good. Like, it's awful. And I even have, like, tabbed out some of their interactions just so that I can further discuss that, because, like, there's one thing that just happened. Yeah, there's one thing that just happened. It's like, Linz can't even carve out 10 minutes for a phone call unless she needs money. That's her mom. And then there was this whole thing about her mom canceling, like, her first Christmas that she moved away. She had bought her mom a plane ticket to come visit her, and her mom didn't even get on the plane. Like, it's, I hate it for her. I hate it. So I'm just really hoping that we continue to see this heartwarming relationship between Andrew and Jack's family, and Ellie, because I'm really enjoying that part. So I will update you guys probably when I finish this book, and then I think I'm going to move on to Always in December. It's between Always in December and In a Holidays. I kind of, like, now that I've read this one in the holiday swap, I'm kind of thinking I just want to reread Always in December and then save So This Is Christmas and In a Holidays for the Christmas season. Although I did just get another Christmas book yesterday, and I'm going to be reordering the other Christmas book I received, and I'm hoping to have a whole bunch of Christmas books by the end of the year to read. So, I don't know. Part of me just wants to get through them. I've got today and tomorrow until the end of the month, and I'm sure I can finish this book and one more. And I don't know if I want to save Always in December, the reread for, or if I just want to reread it twice this year. Is that excessive? Is rereading a book twice excessive? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'll update you guys when I finish this one. I did want to show you what's in my Owl Crate box. So I did open it already because I was just way too impatient, and I wasn't sure when I was going to have time to film this. The theme for this month is Dark Reflection. I'm glad I only did the 3-month subscription for this, because I think, so next month, August will be my last month in my subscription, and I think I'm going to cancel it after that. I'm not going to renew my subscription to Owl Crate. I'm just, like, it costs this almost the same amount as my Illumicrate box, and the quality is not as good. Like, don't get me wrong, there's cute stuff, but I feel like it's just not at the same level for me. And for example, the book that's in here, I saw that it's the same book that's in the Fairy Loot box, and the Fairy Loot book is so much nicer than this one. And it's like a little bit disappointing. And this is the second box in a row where I've been disappointed. So I think regardless of what next month's box is, it's going to be my last All Great box. So there's this Twisted Enchantment highlighter set. And this is cute. It has little writings, little phrases on each one. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. So the blue one says, "Do not look at the truth of me and then look away." The green one says, "No one will be surprised when I do monstrous things." The whatever color this is says, "Love made monstrous things necessary." I don't know. I haven't tested these yet. I'll see if they're okay for the books, like to highlight in my books, and that's probably where I'll use them. If not, I'll probably give them to somebody else. Otherwise, I don't use highlighters that often, like often enough to warrant another set of highlighters, because I have the Zebra Mild liners. So that's pretty much the only highlighters I keep around these days. I don't need any other highlighters unless they're the ones that like don't bleed through the pages, which is why I have my special annotating highlighters. If those are good for the pages, then I'm happy to keep them. If not, I'll probably give them to my mom or my sister. The next thing is a metal bookmark. Now, I will say, so we did get an Illumicrate bookmark in our last box. And this is the quality I was expecting to get from the bookmark. Like, it's not a super thick metal by any means, but it's definitely thicker. I don't know where the other bookmark is right now. It's definitely thicker than the other one. Like, the other one feels like sharp paper. This one is pretty sturdy, and it has a little tassel. I love the little, the design. I love that there's a freaking, what is this, like a Pegasus on there? I don't know. I'm very happy with this bookmark. I'm excited to use it now. For me, that one was a win. The bookmark was inspired by Percy Jackson. The next thing is another pin, and I'm a little bit bummed about this one because I'm pretty sure the pin is broken because it kind of like hangs weird. If you can see that. So it doesn't stay the way it's supposed to unless I like hold it a specific way. So yeah, it just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. So that's kind of crappy, and it's also for a book that I haven't read. I am kind of interested in it. It's based on Gideon the Ninth. I have my other pins on my cork board, so I'll probably just put this one on there. And then if I end up not liking it, I don't know, give it to someone, or I'll figure out something else to do with it. And then another thing that's pretty useful, I think, is this, it's called a spinning silver zipper charm. So that's what that one looks like. I think it's pretty cute. I'll probably throw it on a winter jacket. Either that or I'll put it on my windbreaker. And then the last thing before the book is this journal. I haven't opened this yet. It's like a soft, kind of squishy. And then the foiling, I don't even want to use this. It's so pretty. So on the front it says Grimm's Fairy Tales, and then on the back it says Once Upon a Time. I love it. Oh, and that's actually just the cover. So I was thinking, yeah. So you can actually change this cover out because it's just the cover. That's awesome. Yeah, and then inside it's just like blank basically. You've got like the little designs at the bottom. Cute. It comes with a little ribbon. Cute. And a pen holder. That's awesome. And then it's got a little green owl crate. That's cute. So I'm very happy with that. It's probably going to get dirty really easily, so I might just throw this upstairs really quickly. But I'm actually really excited that it's just the cover, because I thought it was like the actual book part. So that's great, because that means I can take this out. And then finally the book. So this is the book, Sleep Like the Dead, and it is a Snow White retelling. I will say the foiling and everything, it's really pretty. It's really pretty, but it's just, I'm getting disappointed with the edges. Because I like the stenciled edges. I like when they have a little design on them like the Illumicrate ones do. I feel like Illumicrate does such a good job. And even the Fairy Loot books that I've been able to, get secondhand, they're so pretty and I really like them. And I just feel like this is not meeting the mark. So really quickly, I'll read you the little blurb inside so we can both know what this book is about. Eve is ready to be the queen's sword, to be her vengeance. Princess Eve was raised with one purpose, to destroy the night. Far too many generations of Queen's Bridge have been terrorized by this evil sorcerer's trickery. Eve's own unique magic, the ability to conjure weapons from nature, makes her a worthy adversary. As she approaches her 17th birthday, Eve is ready to battle, but her mother, Queen Regina, has been acting bizarrely, talking to a strange mirror alone every night. Then a young man, claiming to be the night's messenger, appears and shares a shocking truth about Eve's past. Unsure of who to trust, Eve must find the courage to do what she's always done, fight. But will it be enough to save her family and her queendom? There is artwork on the reverse dust jacket. Hopefully you can see it. I'm not a big fan of this cover, so that definitely won't be getting displayed. I just think the gold foiling is way prettier. And then even more than that, which I might just display this book like this, because green is one of my favorite colors. I love green, okay? And this green foiling, it's the same reason why I like that little reading journal. This green foiling is truly it for me. I absolutely love this. Like, this is not a bad book, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad edition. But the Fairy Loot one I just saw is so much prettier. But anyway, here we have the end pages. And they are different at the beginning and the end. So, and I think that's it. Obviously, the book is signed. That's kind of the thing. So it is a signed copy, but yeah, this I'm so heavily like debating to display it with no cover or with the just the regular, the gold. So I have to think about it because I love how this looks. So that's everything I received in my Owl Crate box. Hopefully I'll be getting my Illumicrate box soon. I'm super excited to receive it, but I haven't received it yet, which is interesting because I think last month they came around the same time or like within a week of each other. So I'm a little bit sad, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the book is and what goodies are inside. So I will update you guys in some vlog when I get that as well. But for now, I'm just going to catch up on some Big Brother. As you guys know, Big Brother fan over here. Super excited. And then I'm probably going to get back to reading, hopefully finishing Kiss Her Once for Me. Because I have a pretty, not extensive, but like my prep time for dinner is going to take me a little while. And I've got some other things that I need to do, obviously in between now and then. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more reading done in Kiss Her Once for Me. I really want to finish it this afternoon. But I will see you guys in my next update.